to another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks. We're here today at the Plott plant with our new Director of Water and Sewer, Kimberly Michael. Kimberly, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. You were just talking before we came on air about how excited you are to do this, that you've been, this is right up your alley as an engineer.
Yes. Well, yeah, we love doing public speaking for sure.
I shouldn't make my first question something that you can't necessarily tell the full truth on, but let's talk a little bit about you. You're our new Water and Sewer Director. Why did you want to apply for the job?
So I've been in the water and sewer with the city of Tuscaloosa for the last 15 years. I started out in the engineering department as the water resources engineer. In 2016, I moved to water treatment, and then in 2019, I picked up wastewater treatment, and then in 2021, I picked up the lakes. So I've just been really vested in what we do. Water's been a big part of my life since I was a child, from going to the river and to the lake as a kid to playing in the creek, to it just kind of being my way to get away from the world, going and sit at the creek in the woods. And so it's just always been inspirational to me, and I've just always been fascinated with water. And so it's just kind of been a dream of mine to be able to do this for a living. And so I've been very fortunate to be able to do that.
Now, you had I believe, if I remember correctly, a saying at your home that talked about water and how it inspired you. Why don't you share that?
I just like to say always be the water, because no matter what happens, even if it's dammed up, if it's a creek that dries up, if it's a puddle, it's always going to find a way to continue moving no matter what. Water's always going to move. It's never going to be completely stopped. And so that's just been one of the mottos for me in my life, and I use that with my kids as well.
Did you ever expect when the great Joe Robinson hired you, and I say that, Joe made such a difference for our city, that 15 years later, you would end up being over this immense utility that has $500 million worth of assets and touches 94% of Tuscaloosa County?
Absolutely not. I think I thought that I would end up going the engineering route, like the city engineer route, staying with the development side of things. So, because I didn't have a lot of experience on the process side, which was more the science side of things as opposed to the calculations and math side of things, which is what I'm most comfortable with. And so when I was given the opportunity to come learn the process side, I had such great people that were helping me and teaching me along the way to help me really learn and grow with it. I just became really fascinated with the treatment side of it as well. So I didn't, when I was 27 years old starting out at the city, I thought that I wanted to be city engineer the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, I've just been really blessed to be given the opportunities to change directions a little bit and really find something that I'm truly passionate about.
Well, for those, or as someone who works with you every day, and for those that don't know you, I can attest you are very passionate about it, and we're very fortunate to have you. Let's talk a little bit just about the mechanics of what we do in terms of water and sewer, because most people like me who are not engineers, who are laymen when it comes to how we do this, we turn on our faucet or the water goes down the drain, and that's all we think about. What, in terms of this plant here, we're at the Plott plant here today in North Tuscaloosa. Describe what goes on here and at Ed Love in terms of the water treatment side of what we do at the city of Tuscaloosa.
So all of our water comes out of Lake Tuscaloosa. It comes out of the same intake structure that's right near the dam at Lake Tuscaloosa. And then it comes either straight up the hill to the Jerry Plott plant where we are now, or it goes across the river to the Ed Love water treatment plant. At this particular plant, it comes in and it goes through the flocculation, the sedimentation, chemicals are added, and then it's filtered before it's sent out into the system. The filters here are membrane filters, which is a very different technology and a newer technology than what happens at Ed Love. At Ed Love, that is a conventional filtration plant, so it's a lot more physical. It's definitely a larger footprint. It takes the treatment time. Water going into the plant, it takes a lot longer to go from start to finish. But this one is more technology based, more ran from computers, where the Ed Love plant is a gravity plant, and so everything gravity flows through the plant for the different steps.
So again, I think you did a good job of explaining that to the layman side. What's our biggest challenge on the water side of the house at the city of Tuscaloosa? I know there's a lot to choose from.
From water treatment side, or just in general?
Just in general.
I think just adapting with newer technologies, from the meter reading side of things, being able to transition to an AMI type infrastructure, just from billing software, from making things talk and communicate so that we can stay accurate and on top of those things. I think that's one piece of it that the customer sees. From a treatment side of things, I mean, we're very fortunate at the City of Tuscaloosa. Our plants were designed and built very well. We'll have to do expansions at some point as Tuscaloosa grows. I think that will be just knowing when it's time to make that call to increase the size of the plants. I think will probably be a little bit of a challenge. But as far as Lake Tuscaloosa, it's massive. We have plenty of room to expand and growth with Lake Tuscaloosa. And again, that was forefathers way planning.
Yeah.
Way ahead of their time.
Mayor Van Tassel, Mayor Henn nailed it. They really did.
So I think that, from a treatment, from a capacity and volume standpoint, I don't know that, I think we're set for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
So.
Let's switch gears to sewer. It's certainly something that, I've always said communities grow on schools and sewer. You got to have it if you're in an urban area. We know we continue to make upgrades, we continue to make investments. What are our challenges in sewer moving forward over this decade?
So at the wastewater plant, there's several projects that are ongoing right now. Things that were just kind of being maintained instead of really upgraded as it needed to happen. And so we're making millions of capital investments into the wastewater plant right now on the treatment side of things, getting things back to where they were in their glory days. We're trying to make some advancements in some of the different technology we're using. One of the big advances that we're really excited about is you'll see on the council agenda next Tuesday the bar screens that we're getting ready to procure, which is at the very beginning of the wastewater plant and controls. It affects all the other treatment processes within the plant. And so we're really excited to be able to get that going. The technology for that is top of the line. And so I know a lot of people probably don't think that's very interesting, but it's a big deal for us at the wastewater plant and for the people that actually work there and have to operate it.
Most people that will see bar screens will probably be thinking that's something for the Strip, but it's actually for the Hilliard.
That might be a good
plant.
idea if we could figure out a way to screen some things out of the Strip.
There's so many jokes running through my mind, but I don't want to get canceled this early in the new year, so I'll move on. You still having fun doing this?
Yes, I love it. I go home. I'm exhausted a lot of days, but it's one of those where I'm actually able to go home and sleep well at night. I truly love what I do, and I cannot explain how blessed and how fortunate I feel like I am.
So if somebody, if somebody's interested in learning more about water and sewer, or have a question, what's your email address? They could reach out and bump you, and you help them.
It's kmichael@tuscaloosa.com. That's KMICHAEL. And my office number is 205-248-5366.
Fantastic. And I appreciate everything that you've done for the City of Tuscaloosa. I've enjoyed working with you all these years. You have really taken to being our leader in water and sewer. Even seeing your team members, our team members, as we came in today, you can feel their enthusiasm and excitement about what they do. The passion and energy you're bringing is contagious, and it's going to be good for the people of Tuscaloosa and really Tuscaloosa County.
Yes.
So I wish you much success. See, you did great. It wasn't that bad, and you taught over just 10 minutes. You gave people a lot of information about this unbelievable department we have here at the city. This has been another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks.